चालू करी
May I request Dr. Praveen Yadav to welcome Jovan sir.
थोड़ा आगे करिए तो फर्स्ट डोज बाकी फर्स्ट डोज दिखाए
અહીંયા જો ને મેઇન આપણે આમાં જોવાનું
Welcome sir.
હા कैमरा खाली कैमरा में बैठे
May I request Ms. Priyanka Shah ma'am from Food and Drugs Control Administration Government of Gujarat Gandhinagar to please come on the dais please. Ma'am. Ma'am has done her M.Pharm in from Gujarat Ayurveda University and she's a gold medalist. She has an experience as a lecturer and has worked as a production manager in Paras Herbal Pharma Vadodara for 8 years and currently she's working as a technical officer Ayurveda, as a class 1 officer at Food and Drugs Control Administration Gandhinagar under Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Gujarat since 2017. Come back. I request Dr. Vati to please welcome Priyanka ma'am. Now to call upon dais is Dr. Anand Mehta. Sir is a technical officer in Class 1 in Food and Drugs Control Administration Government of Gujarat Gandhinagar since 2017. And sir was position as production, quality control, quality assurance, research and development of Ayurvedic drugs in private organization for 6 years. Sir is M.Pharm, specialization in quality control, standardization and quality assurance of Ayurvedic drugs from Institute of Postgraduate Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, Gujarat Ayurvedic University, Jamnagar. And sir has more than 100 herbals, Ayurvedas and cosmetic products developed as per the market need. Welcome sir. I request Dr. Shikur to welcome Dr. Anand on this please. I'm really honored now to welcome a senior stalwart from the industry, Mr. Himanshu Vyas. He's an MD Ironet Healthcare Private Limited. Sir is the managing director and is a visionary entrepreneur with a deep-rooted passion for Ayurveda and natural healthcare solutions. With over 17 years of experience in the industry, Himanshu Vyasa has played a pivotal role in the company's growth and success. His expertise lies in leveraging traditional Ayurvedic wisdom and combining it with modern scientific advancements to create products that meet the evolving health needs of the individual worldwide. Under his dynamic leadership, Ireland Healthcare Private Limited has witnessed remarkable achievements. Sir's commitment to excellence, innovation, and customer satisfaction has propelled the company to new heights and positioned it as a trusted name in the Ayurvedic healthcare industry. Welcome, sir. I request Dr. Saurabh Sinha to welcome Himanshu sir on our behalf. Next, I welcome welcome Mr. Darshit Joshi sir. He is from Gujarat and Ayurveda professional, and he is a regulatory compliance specialist. He is dedicated to ensuring organizational compliance, excellence through strategic planning, meticulous execution, and continuous improvement initiatives. He is the CEO of Pharmadox LLC and CEO of Ancient Indic. And he sir holds a Bachelor of Pharmacy in Ayurveda from International Institute of Ayurvedic Pharmaceutical Science, Gujarat Ayurveda University, Jamnagar. Sir has contributed effectively to organizations seeking to navigate regulatory complexities and uphold the highest standards of compliances and integrity. I will take an opportunity to welcome Darshit Joshi sir. Thank you all for joining us. And I would like to even invite the moderator, the co-PI and the co-chair of this conference, Dr. Chakradhar Jadhav, CES from CES, Hyderabad, to please open the forum for panel discussion. Over to you, Jadhav sir.
Sometimes it's get very difficult to moderate the session, especially in front of experienced stalwarts and professor like Vijay Katti sitting in front of you, which is the expert, right? So sometimes it gets very difficult. But I welcome you all for this session to get the experience from the industry stalwarts at the various capacity. I would like to thank Praveen for organizing this wonderful session. I will not take much time. Let me introduce what was in our mind when we were applying for this project. Me, Praveen, Supu, and one of my friend Arun. He's not here. He's from IIM Amritsar. Initially, the idea is to understand the what are the challenges and what are the opportunities India has for the AYUSH products. As we know that India is one of the leading exporters of the AYUSH products, and then even though it is one of the leading exporters, there is still plenty of chances to improve the to be the global leader in AYUSH product. So now, if we write the academic kind of report, it may not help. So now we want to understand what is the views of policymakers, industry stalwarts, and the people who are working in the different departments of the government, and people who have already worked like Professor Vijay Katti. So we would like to get the comprehensive understanding of the complete report. So the issues and challenges was what AYUSH products now the facing. Now we would like to submit that comprehensive report to the government of India, the funding agency, Indian Council of Social Sciences. So for this panel discussion, I also would like to thank all this industry expert for coming here, spending their valuable time with us. And I hope the minute information from these industries expert would really helpful us for writing this report. So your inputs are very, very valuable for us. So we have today the Joban Mehta sir, Priyanka Saha, and the Anand Mehta, the Himanshu sir, very experienced person, and the Darshit Joshi. What the where is my session we would like to moderate this way. So I'll ask specific question to the each experts. Then later, we can take some of the questions, common questions, and at the end, we'll have some question and answer sessions so that will be my first question to the my left, so Mehta sir. Uh, uh, so, what are the current strength of India's Ayush sector uh, that give us the competitive advantage in the global market? How the Ministry of Ayush has been helping to promote these experts. So now I would like to share your thoughts on this. I hope you understood my question. You can speak in any language. Gujarati Majas. Just kidding. Actually, we have many strengths. The heritage, cultural heritage, and the experience of more than 500 generations. That is our biggest strength. I was having a word with someone of the audience that if people are happily agree to follow any allopathic medicine, which has clinical trial of say 100 or 500 patients, then we have almost all our products which are at least 500 plus generations experience. So this is one of very important strong strength, what we can say. Additionally, we have a very good network of more than 7 lakhs plus practitioners across the globe in India, and we have more than 500 plus Ayurvedic colleges in India, and we have good research infrastructure already, not already developed, but in developing stage. And we have more than 15 national institutes or institutes of national importance working in the field of Ayush right now, and all this collectively working for one goal, that is to promote Ayush globally. One of the even I would add one more point that yoga. If you know, last time the International Yoga Day was celebrated in more than 190 countries. So almost every country now has yoga studios, and these yoga studios can be a direct entry for Ayush products. We are witnessing many of the yoga experts, they directly or indirectly come to us that please provide some sessions so that we can understand the basics of Ayurvedic pharmaceutics, and not in surprisingly not from Gulf country or from neighboring countries. I'm talking about Latin American countries where nobody knows even English properly, so they are ready to provide us translators. Countries like Argentina, Brazil, they are also very much interested in not only in yoga but Ayurveda as well. So this is our, basic strength, and otherwise we have good infrastructure on behalf of Ministry of Ayush. I can assure you. Please also explain us what kind of help you are receiving from the ministry to promote these products. Being I'm a representative of Ministry of Ayush, so I would say that right now the policy regarding promoting Ayurveda or Ayush throughout the globe is the one line message to us as well, and to fulfill that we are doing almost everything. I am belonging to Jamnagar, where we have enough of infrastructure for all kind of modern laboratories. We have pharmacology, well developed pharmacology lab, where we also give animals to the other medical colleges, for example. Or we have almost all kind of infrastructure, and I'm very happy to share the stage with my alumni, my students, those who are in now on very good positions. All, three are my students. So this is like Ministry of Ayush. I can directly showcase that what we are doing. Thank you for sharing your experience, sir. Now my questions to Priyanka Saha and Anand Mehta, sir. The question is very simple. Is that what kind of regulation and the technical challenges the manufacturers are facing in order to meet that global standard? Before answering this your question, this is the whole heart of your
current event, as Dr. Falguni says, as Dr. Ratna said, as Dr. Chia said, everything that Ayush has, Ministry of Ayush has sir told that about what are the progressive reports. He mentioned so many things in his lecture. And Dr. Ratna also said about the everything you have to do, but at the last they have to meet the regulatory challenges. So, while talking about the regulatory challenges, we having the not same requirement of the regulatory for the approval of the product permissions like the allopathy. So in the allopathy, everything that is the either you are using the active ingredients or using the excipient, everything having a all standards, quality standards. But in the Ayurveda or talking about all the Ayush products, we having not same regulatory uh, requirement to the every countries. So we having a different regulatory documents for the country requirement. So first, first going through the this regulatory challenges, you have to understand what are the basic requirements for the product approval or regulatory aspects, and that mainly focus on the product safety, efficacy, and quality. These all are the major factors which are affecting to the product quality. As as Dr. Ratna and Dr. Vijaya said that they have we having using this product since from the more than uh, almost 1000 BC. We are saying that we having a product from the 1000 BC, but where we are lacking in the regulatory challenges. This is the major point to export all the products. And for example, if we are going for the taking the passport, can we say that I am the person standing over here? Can you grant my passport? I think audience are sleeping or not? No. No. What you requirement you want to prove that you are either you are taking two persons, some from your neighbor and some from your uncle, and you say that he when I born he knows me and this is my neighbor. Please grant my passport. Can they grant your passport? No. No. Then we are by taking the passport we are submitting some documents like our birth certificate, our identity, Aadhaar identity, PAN card, or whatever ration card and everything. So in that case we also submit that we having an inheritance of our that products that are already mentioned into the Charak Samhita, Susrut Samhita. They have already mentioned these all are the disease which they have claimed. For example, they have given the Arjuna and the hypertension. And what we are saying that Arjuna is used in the hypertension. But now it's a time to prove that efficacy. What efficacy documents required? You have to prove the efficacy of that the Arjuna is used either as a beta blocker, either as a diuretic, either as a ACH inhibitor. So our inheritance have given already done the 70% of the work. But this is now our duty to prove that yes, these are already proven and mentioned in the past, but we have to prove that this actually will work on this mechanism or this pharmacological action. So that will be given us the proof as a, for the exporting country. And since from the 2008, USA having the India office at Delhi, and they have a specially nominate this office for the exporting of the herbal medicines. And what they are doing the research and analysis to understand our regulatory system. When I read about the George Smith, he is now India director of the US FDA. He written that when he went to the third Arogyam Expo, He said that when I went through the Arogya Expo, I found that the products are selling with the label claims. The label claims like this is used in the diabetes, this is used in the cancer, this is used in the hypertension, whatever this is. They have claiming this product in the expo. But where's the evidence? They are concerned about the product quality and safety. So we have to do the work on this way. This I would like to do.
Question is issue regarding the industries because I am not from industries. If any of the person from industry they are questioning some things, the facing of the issue, then it is better to explain because so many issues in industries also in the regulatory purpose and the thought process is also issue in Ayurveda. Why? Because the uh, most of the person don't know about the Ayurveda definitions as per legal aspect. And each and every person working without the understanding of the legal aspect. They are not understanding what is the actual Ayurveda as per the legal aspect and the regulatory. The Drug and Cosmetic Act says under the definition of 3A and 3H, and they are doing the lots of work in research and research R&D purpose. They are some of the lots of invest lots of money in the research and development, also in the other purpose and other things. And after that, they read the definition of actual and what is the actual and what is the acceptance of the medicines in the export countries. So first point, I think the pressing mainly issue is that the understanding the legal points of the Ayurveda. Then the mentality of the uh, uh, doing the work under the Ayurvedic practice in manufacturing practices. The research and development is required in each and every segment because the Ayurveda is given us lots of concept, already proven concept, but we are not prepared about the documentation, research works, quality control works, quality standard works, what is the process development, how to improve the process, how to improve the quality, how to improve the standard. And most of the persons only working on the business that they are prepared the products and selling the product, not focus on the quality of the product, not focus on the process of the product, not focus on the regulatory aspect and the export countries regulatories. So these are the understanding problem in the industry and the lack of the knowledge about the regulatories is the main issue. I think the industry is facing because the government is prepare any of the rules on basis of the public, and they are ensure that the quality, efficacy, and safety of the product must. Yeah, and the second point is that the madam already told that the GMP good manufacturing practice and CGMP and WHO GMP norms. So it is necessary to develop the this type of standards in the manufacturing segment first. Second, the lots of 90% of the people advertising in wrong way, that is the Ayurvedic product, that is cure these disease and these things without any evidence and without any practices. And this is the major issue. And there is the no perfect rules regarding the controlling of the advertisement. And currently the matter is under the Supreme Court monitoring the what is the advertisement and who is conducting these things. So यहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चरर भी है, अगर एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। हिंदी में भी अगर कंफर्टेबल हिंदी में मैं बताता हूँ। तो एडवर्टाइज का मेजर इश्यू है और जो एडवर्टाइज हो रहा है वो 90% गलत हो रहा है, पब्लिक में मैसेज गलत जा रहा है। कोई भी गलत प्रोडक्ट आयुर्वेद का लेगा और वो सोचेगा आयुर्वेद का प्रोडक्ट मैंने लिया है एडवर्टाइज देख के, वो आयुर्वेदिक प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है, उसने खाया रिजल्ट नहीं मिला, उसको लग रहा है आयुर्वेद काम नहीं कर रहा। Why? Because the 90% people are doing the false practicing under the Ayurvedic medicines. And the Ayurvedic concerns are not confident about the our treatment. If there are lots of doctors, lots of pharmacists, lots of work in under the Ayurveda, but they are still in confusion that Ayurveda works or not. The confidence is required in the industry, confidence required in doctor. The Ayurveda therapy and Ayurveda treatment is 100% work because it is the old practice and it is mentioned as a alternative. It is not alternative, it is a necessary treatment. If the follow the Ayurveda evolution principle, then nobody require the modern medicine first. So there is lots of power under the Ayurvedic medicine. Sir already said there's so many students in we are studying the Ayurvedic medicines, not quickly work. It is long lesson. Some of the medicines work very fast, systematic, but we have no evidence based growth. So this is the major problem. So systematic growth is required in industry also from regulators and other things. So you have any question other than
I really enjoy the talking, explaining the. First, we need to understand the definition of the Ayush product in order to, start manufacturing sector. The one idea I really enjoyed, from your experience is that we need to make sure that people believes in Ayurveda product. We need to make sure that people believe in the Ayurveda product. Until earlier people believe, I think that there won't be any industry growth because the market need to be penetrate, and until unless market penetrate, industry growth won't happen. So, thank you so much for sharing your information. Now, my questions to Himanshu sir. The questions are very simple. We, as the project co-director and the other director, like to understand that what are the challenges to the private sector? Especially, we would like to know from the production, R&D, innovation process, and also what you call the the kind of challenges you face, especially the acceptance of these ISO product at the international level. And do you face any kind of regulations? So, in totality, we would like to know that what challenges you are facing from the production to the export, regulation, in the manufacturing process, also from the value chain process. With your vast experience, we would like to share we request you to share your thoughts, please.
Okay. We are the company, its name is IONET Healthcare Private Limited. Our basic motto is networking Ayurveda group. We have started this company in 2006. It's nothing knowledge about Ayurveda because I have done my master's degree in cytogenetics, but I am not an Ayurveda. But we decided that future is this Ayurveda and herbal and nutritional products. So we decided to start this industry. These days we are into exports also. But during this journey we have faced lot many problems. Because there are several issues always come when Ayurveda comes. They always say, do you have any clinical trials for this, clinical studies for this? So clinical studies, I would like to ask Dr. Moda, because he is coming from the very prestigious university, Jamnagar University. He is a professor also, and he understands that value of the clinical studies of the products. Because after Schedule M and Schedule T in the government, there are 600 or 700 small Ayurveda company closed. So now we have more opportunity for going in the market in a big way. But always people ask about the what Anand Bhai has also said, we can't do any advertisement because we don't have clinical trials, clinical studies. So that is a big issue. So is Jamnagar University has allowed other colleges and affiliated organization to do clinical studies at their city or nearby city, or everybody has to go to Jamnagar? And what are the facilities available to the manufacturer to give them this type one? And is it economical? Because majority of the industries are just now MSN. After 3 4 big company, all other Ayurveda companies are almost MSN. So after the Prime Minister's effort to organize the AYUSH ministry, these things are coming up very fast. And people are now interested after COVID, people are interested more in Ayurveda. So I have traveled a lot around the world and I have approached many authorities. So regulatory is the also a big problem. Like we have started now exporting London. But London, you have to go as a diet supplement. You can't go Ayurveda medicine. You can't take outside India. You can't take the name of Ayurveda medicine. If you take medicine, it goes in drugs, and it goes in drugs, and you have to go through hell of a problem, because their department will ask so many documents, these, that Ayurveda can't provide because this is a traditional medicine. Since 5,000 years, we are doing practices among the society. So we have to go as a diet supplement, and that for diet supplementary, you have to do only single ingredient. You can't have your own formula and do it. So I have on as a single ingredient. I have done it in USA. US FDA has given the certificate. I have done it to HFMA in London. I got the label clearance. Basically, for diet supplement, label clearance is required. And label clearance, whatever they suggest you, and you can't claim anything. And Slovakia also, for the Europe, I have registered my company. And they have approved over 16 products, but these are all single product. And because of that, I have to take license of FSSI here in India. And then Amazon is able to put our product on Amazon. So these are all issues because of standardization and clinical study. So if government can support, universities can support in this matter, I think many of the industry will have a easy access to different countries. Secondly, what we are talking about the growth. Growth is very much because every year alternate medicine market in the US and other places are 15 to 20% increase. But every herbal medicine, every Ayurveda medicine is done by the herbal medicinal plants. And we don't have any projection about the herbal medicinal plants. Any industry you see, backward integration is always required. Like Reliance started clothing, so backward integration that petroleum came in. So Ayurveda also require backward integration, and we have to have a plan for next 25 years about the plantation of different medicinal plants, which is also a huge business, according to me, in the world. There is an organization called FRLHT in Bangalore, who is organizing 250 herbal medicinal plants data from all over the world. They have hired forest, 500 acres, 100 acres forest to grow this type of herbal medicinal plant and do their studies. So this is also going to be a big question in future, that if you don't do backward integration, it will be a chaos for us. Because allopathy medicine also sometimes using medicinal plants. So, like blood pressure, serpentina is used by allopathy medicine. So, these are all issues because now I go in the world anywhere and I ask about ashwagandha. Everybody who knows about ashwagandha. So, market of ashwagandha is becoming big and big, but if you can't produce in the farm, it is not a laboratory thing. So, For allopathy medicine, you can use API in chemicals, but for this, nature is should be with us. So these are all big issues going on. Industries and academia should also to be careful, because sometimes academic goes in their own way and industry goes in their own way. So I would suggest in future Ayush Ministry and the known university should organize that their students, when they are studying there, at least 6 month training in the industry, their knowledge should be shared with the industry, because you can have some seminar for the industry in the universities and give them guidance, because academic and industry, if they go together, I think they can do wonders, because we have a big challenge. uh, in past we have faced that, because in Europe there was a big chaos against Ayurveda and herbal medicine. They say there are many metals in that, it will spoil your kidney, it will finish you, you will die. All that propaganda was done by allopathy medicine people. But after COVID, things have changed. I have gone many places. Mentality have changed. Acceptance of the herbal medicine Ayurveda has become little bit easier for us. But regulatory authority from India should have an interaction with the foreign authorities and have something common on it, that if these people come like Ayurveda thing, that it should not be considered as like allopathy, like a hard drug, because we are practicing it regularly and it is a proven fact. And one main USP of our product, it is not damaging to anyone. At the end of the day, if somebody has taken Ayurveda medicine, there won't be any reaction or nobody will die because of it. So these are all things. And one major issue we are facing, like I have done a lot of expense on my factory, and I have made it like a WHO level factory. In Ayurveda, there are many rare factories who have made it like a W. But once again, I would request Ayush Ministry to give authority to different states to approve this type of facilities in WHO. Because otherwise, if they go like a Babu type of things from Delhi, I think our industry will not come up like any. And I have requested here also drug commissioner that you must write to the government of India, and I am going to tell to the Ayush ministry in Delhi also, that they should do something locally. Let them give some authority to check it up and help the factories and facilities who have, because see, if I want to do something in Africa, Africa will say, okay, we want WHO certificate. They will say WHO. They will come check our facility. Facilities are more than WHO, but certification takes long, long time, and we are always stuck. So I have taken help of Narsimbi also to take guidance. He gave me not many guidance, free of charge, unfortunately. But we are upcoming industry, so later on we can pay him if he give us good guidance. But uh, prepare the documentation is also a big issue, because all the people, we can't take that much educated from the academia and MD Ayurveda and all. And manpower is also a big problem, I tell you. Ayurveda educated people, manpower is also very, very less as far as we are facing some. So these are primarily Dr. Sahib, and then later on some more
Yes,
things
but could you
can churn us out.
could you explain us like how many days or how many months will it take to get the certification as per the WHO?
That Anand I can tell you.
Okay. We'll come to Anand. Yeah. Yeah.
Not actually the problem is that just the problem or
Yes, yes.
because of the medical body. So, I use. believe. So there is three mainly bodies involved for the WHO case of the Ayurveda. So it takes decision takes by the Ministry of AYUSH. They apply that billing. After that, they are communicate to all the departments. After they investigate the matter, so it is depend on the applications and what are the replies. So basically, the CTSU release one letter that all the process of the inspection and they are given the guidelines, but practically it is not possible. So, three department so they are facing that type of they are says that give the WHO because being allopathic certificate of WHO, only the state is involved and the CDSU state department also. So why the applications for the IPA from the so they
Thank you. Thank you, Anand sir and Himanshu sir, for sharing your vast experience. So we understood that the backward integration is very much required. Also, the clinical trials are very important, especially the clinical trial should be available locally, and the certification process should be faster, and the state government should involve so that the travel and the paperwork can be reduced. And the most interesting part, especially the question to Darshit Singh Joshi now, that because the kind of Ayush product we have, I don't think so any other country in the world they can produce and they can export, they can acquire the international market. But sometimes what happens in the market, you need to get the intellectual property rights, right? So uh, the question to you, sir, that what are the challenges you face while getting the IPR rights for the products? And uh, uh, once you get those things, what are the pros for these products at the international level? Could you share your experience, please?
thank you, Jadaji. This question is correct that in Ayurveda you can see a lot of IPR restrictions, but coming to the IPR, the sir says that it's backward required. Our Ayurvedic formulations are based on ancient knowledge that has come from the sages and Sanitas and Vedas. And, so going for the IPR is totally a different ball game for any of the Ayurvedic industries. Uh, as for the current this agenda, that what are the issues and challenges that we are facing in the export of the Ayush product. So IPR is not very much related to the export of Ayush products because the challenge remains the same because there are different compliances across the globe. Okay, you cannot have the single compliances working under the one global standard. It is just like one nation, one election. It's very difficult. The same thing, if you apply in Ukraine and you said I have applied in Ukraine, now I will apply in Thailand with the same set of documents, it is not possible. So challenges is that we, I'll just brief the audience that we are here for discussing the issues and challenges for Ayush products. So first thing is there is no compliances platform for Ayush product in global standards. So every countries are having different set of compliances records for applying the products, approving the products, and reviewing the products as well. So we cannot have the single window agenda in globe for our Ayush product. The second thing is even the WHO is currently working under the GCTM. Jogan sir can more highlight on GCTM. If you guys know that Indian government has taken up the initiative with WHO for traditional medicines global center. It is going to set up in Jamnagar. So we are facing problem in Ayush product in related to the Chinese traditional medicine. So when we go, around the globe, and if we want to register our product, Ayush product, as men says that in 2011 she worked for the HSN code,
which is 30039011. Then the set of the 901112131415 till 19. Okay, the different set of products are there. So if you guys really wanted to do the export, first of all you need to learn that what are the HSN code, which HSN code is related to your product, whether your product lies under that HSN code, and whether the importing country is having that HSN code in their system or not. Okay, so exporting is not something that you are manufacturing local and selling local. Manufacturing in Gujarat and selling in Rajasthan is very easy. Manufacturing in Gujarat, selling in Himachal Pradesh is very easy. Manufacturing in Gujarat, selling into Nepal, very difficult. Though Nepal is our neighboring country, SAARC country, still Nepal is not allowing us as a simple GMP products to get registered. They need WHO GMP, the Nepal, which is very small, less than Gujarat they are having the population, but still they are forcing us to have the WHO GMP compliances for the product registration. So these kind of issues are there. The SARC. If we talk about the Asians, still the Asians are not having the harmonized regulatory compliances. If we registered into Vietnam, it is not possible the same product to be registered in Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Singapore. So even the Asian countries are not harmonized enough right now. Though I would tell you that there are 24 countries manufacturing Ayurvedic products. India is not alone manufacturing Ayurvedic products right now. There are 24 countries manufacturing Ayurvedic products just because the HSN code that they are producing for the exporting from their countries. Because they are exporting under 30039011. Okay, and there are 176 countries that are importing Ayurvedic products. But still we are not importing under the Ayurvedic products. We are exporting under the food regulatory, either the cosmetic regulatory. Okay, so we are not using the same HSN code that we are manufacturing here, but we are selling it to the different. So that is the first issue that we are facing right now. The industry need to understand that what is the export of Ayush product is basically, and what are the challenges that they are going to find in the international market. The second thing is the certification. If I tell you about the certification, comes with the monographs of the RM first, raw material. If you know that ashwagandha is banned in UAE under food supplement, okay, which is very easy, 750 dirhams for registering ashwagandha in municipality. But now they have banned. So now what you have to do? First of all, you have to spend 50,000 dirham to accredit your industry into their FDA. Then 7,500 dirhams for registering your product in ashwagandha. So if you are adding ashwagandha in your products, it will go to MOHEP now. So these kind of challenges that we are facing in export market, where the neighboring countries are not allowing the simple products like ashwagandha. Amla is banned in UAE. You cannot have the amla into food supplements or nutraceuticals. For amla, if you are claiming anything, you have to go to MOHEP. So, even the GCC are having the Gulf Council of Health now, okay, and they are also pressurizing for the same thing. But we are talking about issues and challenges, so I will point out the issues and challenges that the industry is facing. Because more than healthcare and education, the pharmaceutical industry is, flag barrier for the Ayush products. You cannot say we will send 10,000 doctors a year to certain countries. No, it is not possible. The MHRA, the TGA, the US FDA will not allow our doctor to practice into their countries. Okay. The first thing will go is the pharmaceutical products into certain countries, which is the flag barrier for the Ayush product. So Ayush product is must having the harmonized things into international market. Okay. The certificates come with the raw material. If you are adding raw material, you don't know what kind of raw material you are adding, what kind of specification the raw material is required. The major thing, heavy metal, pesticides, all those parameters are very high when you are exporting. You don't know that whether the heavy metal limit more than us, it is higher in USA, but still we are following the very stringent thing. The third and the last thing is documentation. Okay, everybody knows, the industry people here, they knows that what are the documentation required, the set of documents required for the registration of their products. Okay, SARC, Asian, CIS, GCC, MENA, CS, USA, Canada, all different zone of global are having other set of documents with the dossier, with the clinical studies, with so many things. Okay, which is required and which is very stringent. It is not that easy, everybody knows. So what people do, they tend to go for the food supplement. Either food supplement, either nutraceutical, or if it is an external application, they will go with the cosmetic things. So these are the issues that we are facing. Even the government of India, Ministry of Ayush is pouring so many money, okay, around 6,500 crore annually, okay, for the pharmaceutical people. And then later on they'll get to know that what kind of money they are getting from the industry. So it is around 22,000 crore rupees, okay, that under export. Though our export is more than 2 lakh crore, but only 10% is, notable just because it is under the HSN of, which means is that they have particular HSN for Ayurvedic products, but it is not going under the same. The third and the last thing, as Sir says, that clinical studies is required, validation is required. But I'm very happy that there are 16 countries recognizing Ayurvedic products as Ayurvedic products. Okay, and there are 25 MOUs has been done with the international countries, okay, for our Ayurvedic product. So you can simply register your Ayurvedic products as Ayurvedic products in 16 countries, including Switzerland. Okay, and the later on the CT 11, which is under the BIS, so it's an international laws now. 27 BIS monographs has been developed by the CCRS and Ministry of Ayush for our BIS standards. So BIS is the highest international standard, and now Ayurveda is also following the BIS standard. So there are many, prosperity, many good things about Ayurveda also, but challenges and issues are higher than the prosperity and prospectus of this industry. I will I will hand it over to the others, okay, because I have many issues.
Even Switzerland, they have started a Ayurveda university. I've been there. Some of the lady doctor from Mumbai, she is based in Switzerland, and they've started a university in Switzerland.
That's great to know that from your vast experience that we have different challenges facing at each stage. More than prosperous, we have more challenges actually. Uh, Guys, this is the first set of questions. Kindly give us kind applause for these industry experts for sharing their vast experience. Now, again, I'll start from my left, Joban sir. Joban sir is basically.
My request.
Yes.
What questions we have arise for different people.
Yeah.
First, on that they have to speak. Then you start another. Like I have talked about clinical studies and all that. Jamnagar University is the base.
Yeah, yeah.
So you start with Dr. Moda. Let him give us the
Yeah.
enlighten us on this.
Please, sir.
Uh, Let me enlighten the audience that basically now Jamnagar has two different institutions. One is Gujarat Ayurveda University, which is under government of Gujarat, and the other is the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, which is under the government of India, Ministry of AYUSH. So we are not like any authority to allow or disallow anyone to conduct clinical trial anywhere in the world, or even, for instance, in Gujarat itself. However, we are encouraging to conduct clinical trials if any institution or industry is interested to have their clinical trials at our hospitals. They are more than welcome anytime. We have an SOP that you need to fill some forms, and then according to that SOP and your requirement, you can conduct clinical trial at our premises. Other than our hospitals, there are a few more in Gujarat where now they have started clinical trials in Ayurvedic hospitals. The Vice Chancellor of Gujarat University is also very much positive about this. And to the best of my knowledge, more than five government hospitals in Gujarat, they are also going to start their clinical trial setup very soon. So hopefully by next couple of years we will have at least 10 hospitals in Gujarat where you can conduct the clinical trial. However, it is a very complex matter that I'm going out of the topic right now, but in 1947 India and China both were independent. From day one of independence, Chinese accepted that our TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, is our root and we cannot deviate from our root. Unfortunately, it did not happen in India. In India, we focused and we promoted only the Western medicine for almost 60 years or so. However, in China, whatever practice they are doing, they always respected their own system of medicine. It was by law or by morals. Now I'm very happy. On just one call, I agreed with Praveen that I'll come for this platform, because now I am happy that after COVID, maybe this is a good positive effect of COVID, that now almost every institution of the country, be it IITs or IIMs or institutions like ITR, ITRAM, we have just a similar difference. I mean, in our names, we are ITRA, you are ITRAM, right? So institutions like ITRAM, now all of us are opening for different purposes, and this kind of environment in the country. Now we have MOUs with different research institutions, be it non-Arabic, right? So now people are opening up for different kind of communications, scientific validations, and other things. So hopefully we will come up with more and more clinical trials maybe next 10 years. If medical colleges are also open, because clinical trial is not like, I mean, it's not an easy job, right? It has a very specific system. So if protocols we have to follow. So maybe if we can encourage that system for clinical trials in entire country, I would really request you guys that you should point out this point in your suggestion or your project, that more and more clinical trials should be encouraged, even at private level. That will help industry for sure.
But I will just add one more thing. As there is no kind of like, there are more clinical studies related people are there. Okay, so as I said, protocols. Okay, the thing is there is more stringent clinical study process are there. With universities, there are some limitations to follow such protocols. So because of those stringent process, the universities are failed to give us the exact amount of data which is required and which is need to be submitted under the ICH guideline to ICMR. Okay, there are regulatory bodies for the clinical studies. You cannot do clinical studies with your friends and their clinics. Okay, like this is my friend and having more skin related, patients are coming to his clinic. Okay, he has used my product and he said that yes, this product is tremendous, you can sell it. It's not like that. There are laid down procedures, there are laid down regulatory compliances for performing the clinical studies in India, which is globally accredited and which is globally required. Because once you do the clinical studies, we are talking about AYUSH product exports. So those clinical data should be accepted in China, should be accepted in USA, should be accepted in Germany. Okay, they don't know which university you are performing from and whether the university has done the same ICH guidelines or ICMR approval is there or not. Okay, so the thing is, before industry should reach to university, they should also try and get the knowledge that how the clinical study should be done, and also tell the university that these are the protocols we need to follow at your premises. Whether they are eligible for that or not, that we need to understand. Then and then you should pour your money into clinical studies. Otherwise, it is a message of energy and message of money, pouring the money into the universities for the clinical studies. Sorry, if I go
I'll add some more to this. We are already running short of time, but still, this is a very important point. Clinical research. Whenever we talk about research, I hope all of us know that in allopathic science they screen more than 3 lakhs chemicals. For example, in vitro they go for like 10,000 molecules. Out of those 10,000 molecules, hardly 1,000 will reach up to the level of animal studies. Out of those 1,000 samples, hardly 50 will reach to the phase 1 clinical trial, and at the entire exercise of say more than 20 years, only one or two molecules will be in the market. Medicament, right? And my dear friend, if IONET gives me, for example, 100 products for clinical research, and if I say your 10 products are not okay or not effective as you claim in your proposal, my friend will be not happy with me, right? So clinical research is not that we have to give always positive results about X, Y, or Z products. So this is a one very big challenge. And this challenge is already accepted by WHO to the best of my knowledge. I am not representing WHO for now, but they conducted the entire global research and they collected data that even now 80% of the world population, they are relying on traditional system of medicine, be of any of the country or any of the area, right? Out of this 80% of the global population, they hardly ask for any clinical trials. So randomized clinical trials or double-blind clinical trial method may not be useful to revalidate the efficacy and safety of the traditional systems of medicine. So they are also working on this. Hopefully, our Global Center of Traditional Medicine will come out with some better solution which can be helpful to overcome this problem very soon.
Thank you very much. Secondly, Dr. Jadhav, one big issue I gave my speech in United Nations on Ayurveda and pattern books. Because government has done some data and take some traditional knowledge data. Okay. But there is nothing like on solution of a because in foreign countries we have seen people have patented even neem, and we are unable to do patent for our own products, our own herbs. So these are the issues going on, and because of that, we are not getting foreign investment in our allopathy. People are getting investment in the industry because of the patent. One molecule patented, they get billions of dollars. So these are the basic issues. How we solve it? Madam is here, and she initiated foreign export and everything. So here is also from the Ministry of Commerce. He also studied on pattern. So I think these issues also should be discussed. Overnight it cannot be done. But if you take some initiative, this forum if can take initiative about the pattern, I think future is bright for it.
Yeah, thank you for saying. There are other two experts. I just want to ask quick questions to Priyanka Saha first, then the Anand Mehta. Okay. Especially for the question to the Priyanka Saha. Madam, can you tell us what are the measures a state government has taken to improve the quality of the Ayush product? I'll ask the quick question to Anand Mehta as well. So, how India can address the issues of mutual recognition of AYUSH certifications by to the importing countries, especially to the boost the confidence of the Indian exporters. Priyanka Saha, now you can answer.
First, you have before starting the export, first you have to understand what is the guiding. First, you have to read it with the regulatory challenges or aspect as per the legal definitions. Like the Anand Mehta said, nobody knows the definition of the Ayush medicine that is comes under section 3A and 3H. The all the products which are comes under the 3H, that is the patent and proprietary products, and as they are talking about the clinical trials, I'm I'm not agree with the clinical trials to do this medicine on the 3H because of the definition. The definition said that all the ingredients which are mentioned into the Schedule 1 book. So this books already mentioned that this ingredient is used in this disease. So what you want to prove? They have already proved that this ingredient is used in this medicine, and you are using the same ingredient into your patent and property. And I don't know whether you know or not. Only Gujarat having the more than 2 lakh products, patent and proprietary products. In the Gujarat, they have approved with this stability study, with the self lab, they are declaring. So, is the institute are able to do this clinical trial? Only Gujarat having the more than 2 lakh products. What about others? We are the on a fourth state having the this much units.
We are under code. So many states, Maharashtra, UP, and everyone having so many products in the market. So clinical trial is not a solution for this. And the second thing, after reading the guidelines of the exporting country, you have to understand the regulatory aspects. So just like in some country, I have read so many, they are accepting the free cell certificate. So you have to take the free cell certificate after approving your product with the valid product license, with the valid license of your valid license with the GMP, and you can take the free cell certificate for the export. So in so many countries they are accepting free cell certificate. Then go for this free cell certificate. And in the case of some medicines, that is the problem only in the medicines which are used heavy metals in their products, like iron basma, low basma, and other our formulas like Chandrakala Ras and Bath Viglavans Ras. The problem is that you are using the medicament which are having the heavy metals, having a beyond the limit which is already prescribed in the API. Mercury, lead, cadmium having a limit. If your product is within the lab limit, you having a heavy metal taste report, then they will accept this. But the question is only for those who have not complied with the regulatory guidelines as prescribed guideline for the API, then you have to go for the further challenges and you have to consult the clinical trial and starting with the basic requirement, either this require toxicity study, acute toxicity study, or you have to go for the phase 1, phase 2, and so many times order the protocol as per the guidelines of ICH given to you. So this requirement they have to first understand.
Listen, basically, regulatories is under the central government, and they are the makers of the rules and the law. And state is only the implementing authority. But Gujarat state is, I think, here manufacturer also sitting here, and they know the Gujarat state. Always they are talking that the Gujarat is very hard, and the regulatories is implemented very hardly. The product permission is not getting easily in Gujarat state. So they are give the example that the Rajasthan is given very easy, the MP is given very easy, and the other state is also given the easy. And this is the issue. This is not an issue. Gujarat is performing the duty very well. This is not an issue. The issue is that the other state not implementing the rules and regulation in proper manner. Their issue is there. The one example is that short आपको हिंदी में एक बार एक पर्सन जो है टापू पे चला गया और 100% वहां पे देखा 100% वहां पे थे वो सारे ब्लाइंड थे और एक जो वो गया वो देख रहा था तो वो ब्लाइंड को लग रहा है कि एक का प्रॉब्लम है इसकी आंख है देख रहा है इसको प्रॉब्लम है कुछ चीज है एंड वो जो सिंगल है उसको लग रहा है ये 100 को इश्यूज है बिकॉज जो 100 है उसको पता ही नहीं तो that is a major issue that the implementing of the rules under state depends on the implementing authorities and they are deviate the rules and regulation because the rules is clearly mentioned that the clinical trial is not required in the domestic market. Also, the certification facilities given that the GMP, free cell certificate, the non-conviction certificates, and other required import country, whatever the requirement of the as per the import country. Second is the for the quality purpose, the necessary document is the stability studies, the quality control protocol, testing protocols which follow for the products, and the ingredients from the text 54 books given in the first schedule the ingredients allowed for the preparation of medicine from these foods. So regulation is very clear. This document is required. The 6 month accelerated stability study is required for the expiry and all things. But the validation of the study, the facility of the study, the protocol is this is issue in the industry. But the central government is one amend the rules in 2019 that they are introduced the e-Aushadhi portal, and the e-Aushadhi portal is for the whole state is similar in the same grid, and same system is followed in each and every state, and they are monitoring the regulatories by this portal. So I think uh, in some of time the e-Aushadhi is implemented properly, and Gujarat is the first state that they are implementing the 100% paperless regulatory system in just 6 months during the COVID. And after that, the EOSADI also based on the Gujarat system, they are convinced that the Gujarat is given the very best solution for the regulatories. So they are also shifting the project to Gujarat and supporting Gujarat is supporting for the development of EOSADI portal. So these are the issues is solved. And the GMP is also guideline is given. It is also under the amendment that after short time the security is also changed and some of the facilities requirement also changed. And there are two options. Draft is also in GMP for the turnover wise division is given that the already the lower SME industry is required only old GMP and the new required this. So these are changes is under process, and after some time maybe the clinical trial is also compulsory, but is very difficult to industry. I know that the clinical trial is not a single task, and it is very difficult to introduce the product in the market after clinical trial. So recently, clinical trial is not mandatory as per rules. So,
Sir, 1 minute. The major issue is also there that on the JM portal, India is number one by purchase. Ayurveda is not. We had several meetings with them, officers in Delhi. For them, they are saying that beside that, this ashwagandha is good or some other company. It is pharmacopoeia, everything, all rules are there. You can go according to pharmacopoeia, do the assessment. But they are not doing anything. So I'm going to write to the thing of this Indian. Right? This is basically the country is not going to.
Yeah, I think we have taken a lot of time. The audience are, waiting there. Uh, there are a lot of issues we can discuss, but we can discuss over the lunch. Okay. Uh, yeah. Uh, the I think the will propose the vote of thanks. But on behalf of the project conveners, we really would like to thank all the experts from the various capacities coming here, sparing their time, and the, giving their vast experience to understand the IUS challenges. Thank you. Uh, Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, I know my presidency is not in welcome at this moment because we are all waiting for the lunch. Just 2 minutes. The points which have been by all the distinguished speakers on the dais are very, very valid. One of the most important problems we saw at that time and still there is about this clinical trials and this HS codes which Russia has mentioned. It is very, very difficult, and the necessity is that about identification of these products, whether we are rich in that, whether we have capacity to produce as well as export. Secondly, whether that is acceptable also. So the trials or whatever are the norms in those other countries. And the problem remains, which was there, which is still there here now, is this that it is, I mean, whatever we do, we try to have this WHO, GMP and everything. The regulations in different countries are different, and that is why whatever is acceptable in one country should really be acceptable in all other countries. If we are adhering to the standards which have been set by whatever WHO or whatever, whichever is the organized, I mean, whichever is uh, the international authority which is designated to award that particular thing, accept that. So why should there be? So somewhere something is going wrong there, either Ministry of AYUSH or certain export promotion council or these कौन आप की लगे हैं ऐसे लोगों को पीछे पढ़ के इसका एक्सेप्टेंस लेना पड़ेगा पोटेंशियल इज वेरी हाई पर हो नहीं रहा है इसका रीजन ही ये है कि there are there are so many barriers and those countries are not accepting it for no rhyme and reason, for no fault of ours. So yes, I saw. Thank you, madam. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome or not welcome, huh? But such insightful thoughts are definitely required. Yes, I will take just 1 minute because I know that we are all hungry and also the food is waiting for us in the cafeteria. In the initial part, when I introduced all the speakers of the panelists over, I missed Dr. Joban Moda. So we have heard and we have seen his expertise, but still, as a protocol, I must introduce him. Dr. Joban Moda is a distinguished leader in Ayurveda education, research, and global advocacy. With over 25 years of industrial research and academic experiences and a decade in administration, he has played a pivotal role in promoting Ayurveda pharmacy education globally. Sir is a core committee member of ITRA, which clicked me IIT RAM and ITRA connections to facilitate the WHO Global Traditional Medicine Center in Jamnagar and as a nodal officer of international summits including the WHO Traditional Medicine Global Summit 2023. I missed your introduction, but you introduced your expertise very well. That yes, an administrator, academician, and hardcore Ayurveda promoter, how the expertise is. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Thank you to all panelists. Yes, the debate will still continue, not only through the lunch, but yes, throughout the project that we are going to complete. And definitely, we will be trying to make good policy suggestions incorporated. That will be the contribution from IIT NAM to Ayurveda. I invite you all to join for the lunch at the cafeteria. But before that, I will request, we'll be guiding you. Before reaching to the cafeteria, there is a space, a small garden, where we would like to have a group photo. Then we will go for the lunch, and exactly after 1 hour, that is at 2:30, again we assemble here for our paper presentation and further schedule. Mira, one change actually. First, we would like to take a group photo of this panelist in this respect. Okay, yeah. For sure. Yeah. I request all. Yeah.